Welcome back for more Elden Ring, ladies and gents. So we're doing well. My name is Liz, aka Manyouaman here. So today in this episode, we're going to start the episode, of course, is to go back to the full-grown Fallingstar Beast to try to best him once and for all. Not a good start, as you can see, the little headbutt, but also later on in the episode, we'll go to a shaded castle. It's literally the name. And we will also hang around the outskirts of Lendale and see what's up. So plenty of action, plenty of bosses, and plenty of deaths as always. So that being said, I hope you like this episode, and let's crack on with this, and let's see how I eventually defeated this full-grown Fallingstar Beast. So once again, I'm doing this post-commentary. As you can see, my hands is not on the controller, but my character is moving in the background. It's not wizardry, it's not sorcery, it's not incarnation. It's just that I recorded this, without recording my face cam and my live reaction. I tend to play better without the camera on anyway. A lot of the time, I don't know, when the camera is on, I just feel like I needed to beat the boss quickly, beat it efficiently, that kind of thing, and then it ended up really mess up my juju, mess up my flow. So the full-grown Fallingstar Beast, this is the third time we faced this boss. The first time wasn't very successful. It's just when we got to Mount Gilmere on episode 12. We had a couple goes, and then one of the he pushed me off the cliff. So that's not very nice. So at the end of the last episode, we also faced him, and yeah, that wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. I'm trying to use the dual wield katana to like try to chop him, but the damage was just too low. The damage is too low, and it's just gonna end up to be a very dragged out fight. So in this episode, the third appearance of the Fallingstar Beast, I'm using a completely different tactics, because the first Fallingstar Beast that we beat in one of the cave, I used Catch Flame. I used Catch Flame to burn the shit out of the beast, and that worked. Eventually win that fight, and that was a really good, enjoyable fight. So similar strategy here, full-grown Fallingstar Beast, but this time I'm going to use the Black Flame, because I don't need to get close to him, and the Black Flame, once you hit it, it will slowly reduce his health. So it's a really good spell. I don't know how that hit me, because I thought I was in the outskirts, but anyway. So yeah, so that's the strategy. So you can see that my getup is different. I put on the Incarnation, the Talisman that improves my Incarnation. I put on the Talisman that will improve my casting speed of Incarnation. And then I got my health increase, and I got my magic defense increase. And I'm putting on the armor that will improve my my magic defense as well, because a lot of his attack does magic defense. My shield, obviously my brush shield, best shield in the game is what I think. Still very good shield, and that is helping me kind of block out majority of his physical damage. And because I'm using the spell, I'm also doing this carefully. As you can see, I only got a little bit of health left, but I've done so well. So you don't need to charge the spell. I don't think it makes that much of a difference when you fully charge your spell, your Incarnation. It might do better with other spell, but I thought with the Black Flames Incarnation against the Fallingstar Beast, it didn't make too much of a difference. I think it was an additional 20 or 30 damage, and I was just like, nah, I needed to be quick, because the Fallingstar Beast, the attack pattern is not slow, it's not fast, but is constant. It's constant aggression. Yeah, I just really enjoy fighting him. Really enjoy fighting him. Throughout the fight, I didn't get frustrated. I didn't think that he has bullshit attacks. I didn't think that he has attacks that I can't beat. So you can see that I'm doing slightly more damage now because I was trying out the with my wondrous physic flask. I was trying out the flame incarnation, improve your fire attack, and you can see that it improved it by 30. Not by much, but every little help, I guess. But I know this fight I can't rush it. I can't rush it, and I need to have a lot of Cirilla tier flask, just so that I can constantly recover my focus point. Yeah, it's a really good fight to kind of demonstrate that not only you need to be good at close range. That's bullshit, I dodged that. Not only you need to be good at close range, but at the same time you need to kind of be good at other incarnation stuff. I think in the previous Dark Souls games, it's okay if you just want to be one thing. I think it's okay, but for Elden Ring, I think it encourages you to diverse a little bit, you know, because me as a samurai dude with dexterity weapon and the bow and arrow, how do I diverse? Is to have Incarnation. So then I can put some spell on, and that's why in my next character is a strength and intelligence build. That's why I want to put intelligence into the conversation, because I want to use sorcery. So not just a great sword or great axe or hammer, not just heavy weapon, but also the fact that I can use insane amount of magic damage as well. Magic damage and physical damage. So yeah, after warming up a few, so the time between the last episode to this episode, I left off the Fallingstar Beast and then came back to it after a few days. After a few days of kind of figuring out what kind of tactics and strategy I want to use. And I think this Black Flame Incarnation works wonders. And to be honest, the reason that I thought this will work really well is because I watched a video of PewDiePie going through this bit with the horseback, and throwing Black Flame Incarnation. And to me that was a good strategy. He was just riding the horse around it, and then every now and again chuck the fireball. But I think his character is better at faith, but also lower in health and a lot lower in terms of character's level. I haven't actually watched his full stream. That was just the highlight bits, so I don't exactly know how. But I think his character is definitely under level, or at least what it feels like when he was going through this bit. Whereas I am a lot better at dodging, so that's why I don't like the horse. A lot of the times I don't like fighting on the horse, especially bigger enemies that will do a big area damage, because it's very hard for me to avoid. But big enemies like dragons, then I don't mind. I don't mind fighting that on the horseback. In fact, that will actually help me a lot, because the dragon's attacks are usually a lot slower. But sometimes, depending on the boss and how predictable the attack is, if the attack is predictable and the area that you're fighting the boss is quite wide, you have a lot of room. That's a cool magic attack. It have a lot of room. Then you can use the horse, you can use turret to kind of jump about, and yeah, I'm just not that skilled. I'm just not that skilled in terms of the whole horseback thing. So that's why I'm going toe to toe with the full-grown Fallingstar Beast, because I know that was a bullshit slam. Because I know 100% of the time or maybe not 100, 95% of his attack I can dodge. If I can't dodge, then the rest of the 5% that I missed, I can use my shield. So yeah, so it's a long fight. It's a long fight where you just need to chill, calm down, look for the opening. If you're struggling with any boss, read his attack pattern and figure out when the opening is. Being ultra aggressive sometimes helps with the situation because you might be doing a lot of damage. But in this situation where I don't do a lot of damage, ooh, that was cool. That's a cool B-roll there. In a situation where this boss have high attack, but I can tank 2 attack, my health bar, my physical defense, everything is high enough to tank at least 2 attacks of his. And then for me to really just rain in on the fireball, the black flame fireball, it does good amount of damage, not great. You have to play patient. This is where you have to play patient. Watch the attack. Watch the timing. That's bullshit. I think I dodged that one, to be honest. Don't panic. Reset. It's so important to just sometimes to run away and just reset. Especially if you have a long range projectile like that. Walk back, reset, chuck a fireball. But now I know that I need to get close. I need to get close. The reason why I didn't hit him, my shield was all the way up, is because I don't know what attack he's going to do. That ledge almost fucked me up, but it fucked me up with that one because it got me all out of sync. So that ledge that I couldn't jump over, that was really annoying. But yeah, you can see that I'm kind of sort of panicking here, so that's why I'm just like I'm trying to run away, and in the middle of the fight I'm just like, oh yeah, I got this consumable item called the Moonlight Shards, and I read it before that it recovers my FP, because I'm so scared of using my katana that it's just going to be for me out of rhythm for the whole fight to use katana. And this has been such a great fight so far. I got him to what, 20% health, I would say. So that's why I don't want to ruin that moment. So that's why I popped this Starlight Shard straight away, hoping that it will give me immediately all the focus point. But he actually charges it up slowly, so that makes me panic a little bit. I was like, oh shit. But he was attacking me anyway, so yeah, and that's it. So the Starlight Shards, ladies and gents, use your consumable. That's why it's so important to use your consumable. You pick up stuff, everything in this game will help you in fights. I gave him a clap because I absolutely love the full-grown Fallingstar Beast. Fantastic, fantastic boss. And I can't stress enough how fun that fight was, because it changes my perspective, changes my fighting style to slashing, ultra aggressive, to katana, slashing. From that to going to having to put on my Incarnation armor outfit and then use fireball, black flame fireball to pop it. That's why I really love it. You know, just changing the whole style of my fight, changing the whole of my fighting styles. That's incredible. So after that, I wanted to explore the castle up north. The green, I know the green on the map castle up top. It's definitely relating to poison. I know it's poison. So I started on my way there, I started seeing all these bloodstains. That's why I stopped and kind of see a couple of the bloodstains and say, maybe I'll get invaded here. But no, I never got invaded. So I don't know why they died there. Maybe because oh no. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, it is for invader. It is for invader, and it is. I just remembered the quest line that I did from the Volcano Manor. it is the bloodstain from the from the invader. You invading them, so the invadee. Yeah. So very beautiful. I'm just doing a little camera pan there, just the shaded castle. It's also the thumbnail of the video. I really like it. Like when I was here, I was like, wow. Like you can see the poison, you can see like where you needed to go, the top of the tower, top of the castle. And of course, it's a poison swamp. What comes well with the poison swamp? Basilisk. So these guys has been chasing us since Blighttown. I kind of wanted to put Blighttown on my thumbnail, like the word Blighttown. This is Blighttown 4.0 by now, but I didn't want to do that because not many people, probably not a lot of people, did play Dark Souls. I don't know how many people actually play the original Dark Souls, because I think Dark Souls, obviously Demon Souls back in the day in the PlayStation 3 was more of a cult classic. A cult classic for Demon Souls, and then I think it was more or less a Dark Souls, because Demon Souls was only exclusive to PlayStation 3 as well, so it wasn't on PC, it wasn't on Xbox, so the exposure isn't that much. So Dark Souls, I think, have a lot of fanfare. But it was one of those games that have a lot of fanfare, but it might not have reached the main audience. I think not until Dark Souls 3 that it really did reach a wider audience, and audience have heard about this franchise, and also 3 being the most welcoming. The best game for newcomer to get into. I would say at times the nature of Elden Ring, because of the open world, you can explore different places. That kind of make it easier for newcomer who never play a From Software game before. But second to that would be Dark Souls 3, because of all the gameplay mechanics have fine-tuned. The enemies, the bosses, the location, a little bit more straightforward compared to Elden Ring, but it's very well paced. The game is very well paced. There's some elements in Dark Souls 1 didn't have that quality of life changes from Dark Souls 3, so you could struggle with some of that, and you might find some of those quite bullshitty. And that's it. That's what I think. So Elden Ring, though, coming back to this, we in a poison swamp. Of course, there would be plenty of those poison flowers. They're easy to get. They're not really that difficult. They're easy enough to kill. But it's always good. It's always fun to fight all the enemies, get some souls, get some poison bloom. I think I'm thinking a lot of character. Like literally, I want to play this game a lot. after I'm done with this first playthrough series, I'll play it on my TV with the VR support now, so the game should go a little bit more, should go smoother. By the way, Shu does not stand a chance. She might have poked me a couple times now, but she did not stand a chance. Especially after I put on the Bluff Flame Blade. The giant is coming as well, so I know I need to kill her as soon as possible, like as quickly as possible. Because the giant literally made the swing as soon as I killed her. So luckily I got her though. Got some rapier. But yeah, I have a lot of plans for my characters. And I guess at the end of the day, if you don't go on New Game Plus, you stay in the same world, you can do as much as possible. Like, okay, you defeated all the boss, but you can tweak your characters however you like. Because you can use the lava tier to reborn your characters, to make yourself all of a sudden become a mage, or all of a sudden become a incarnation, a priest. So yeah, or during the middle of the game you can change yourself to a strength build because you needed to. There you go. This is what I mentioned about in the last episode. Just was going so well with the dual wield katana, and just decided to muck about and use my Black Flame Incarnation, and you can see that it didn't work so well. So back to chopping ankles, and it's very often those little mistakes, just mucking about. Oh, okay. He's quite easy. I've been doing this for a long time. Let me try and do bow and arrow all of a sudden to get his last bit of health. Like, and then just muck it up, and then I just die. It's all about the rhythm, you know. Well, it's not a rhythm game per se, but there is a bit of that, you know, a bit of a rhythm game to that. I mean, it's completely out of context, but especially Elden Ring, but one of the rhythm games that I absolutely loved back in the day was Tap 3. Oh mate, was it Tap 3, Tap Revenge? Oh my god. Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. Oh, those were the day where smartphones was a great little smartphone to play games on. I don't know if mobile games still big. I'm pretty sure it is. You know, mobile game is what took out the market shares for portable gaming device, such as the 3DS and the PlayStation Vita, or the PSP, or the DS, the predecessor. And it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. I talked about my PlayStation Vita. It's not in here. It's in my bedroom. Yeah, talking about my PlayStation Vita before, and I love that little device. So we actually got into the shaded castle. Again, new area, exploring. Those guys have kind of high health. They can be annoying if they grab you. It does take almost 70% of my health off. But overall, they're not too bad, really. But I love my bow. You know how much I love my bow and arrow. I didn't check the corner, did I? There's a sneaky ones in the corner. But my dual wield katana was just too much for anyone to bear. Dual wield katanas, yeah, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, just looking at the explanation of. That's one good thing about it, is you can go into the explanation, you can see what each of the resistance, the damage negation do. So I'll put in the outfit that have a pretty good physical defense, obviously, but also have a very high immunity resistance. So that is the Scarlet Rot and the poison build up. There you go. It's all about that little bits. You don't need to. It's little bits here and there that makes it fun for games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Oh, you need to wear a different outfit. Oh, you need to wear a different outfit as this. But obviously, at the end of the day, if you're so skilled at this game, you don't need any of that. But it just, for me, I'll never get to that point where I will finish all the bosses, speed run this in like 7 minutes or 7 hours, or even 7 hours. I will never do that. I don't like speed running Dark Souls game. I like watching it because it's incredible. Like these guys who like defeat bosses and stuff like that. That's incredible. So this is where I got a little bit too greedy. That's the word. Got a little bit too greedy. Tried to swing my sword. But it used that little incarnation to kill me. So back at it again. I forgot to change the number of flasks after killing the Fallingstar Beast. So my cerulean flask was like 6. I got 6 of them, and I left the Crimson Tears to like 5 or 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them. So not great, not great. I started to use some fire arrow that I got as well. Standard arrow is definitely the best arrow, but if you want to inflict poison or bleed, that's pretty good. Especially bleed arrow is really, really good. Other than that, all the other arrow just seems a bit like, I never used the sleep arrow. I don't even know what the sleep effect does. Maybe that's useful for like beasts and animals and stuff like that. To make them sleep so then you can do like a really devastating attack or something like that. I don't know. Or simply just make them sleep and then you can sneak around. So, but yeah, going back to the speed running, it's never my thing. Resident Evil, the OG Resident Evil, I would love to speed run, but I never really want to play a game that much that I want to get good that much that will finish the whole game in like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I got, even though I love the series, but I've got plenty of other games to play, and I just want to play these games like slowly, methodically, and just how I'm playing the game now, really. Talking about the whole portable device console thing as well, that the portable device, it is a bit of a shame seeing that the PlayStation Vita get discontinued so quickly. These guys are really annoying. Those guys are extremely annoying, but their one weakness is you have to be aggressive. They don't get stagger. They don't get stagger that much, so you have to be aggressive. They don't have that too many opening of the attack. Never have your shield. Never have your shield against these guys unless you're using Great Shield, because they will get your stamina down, break your shield so quickly. When you go against those guys, you want to just be like quickly defeat them straight away, and that's why the bleed is so useful against them. They don't get staggered that much. They have one attack where they just fling their arms. You see how many arms they have? They have like 6 arms. So it could be quite devastating. So Miyazaki's favorite thing, poison swamp. A swarm that will continuously poison you at the same time. Right, so I know this time I don't have any flasks, and the perfumer was there flinging explosive around, so I decided to find a site of grace. Without knowing where the hell I'm going, I'm just trying to get to places, right? So I don't know where I'm going. I'm just trying to be like as careful as possible, try to run around a few places. Hopefully I'll see a site of grace. That's my objectives. That's my thought. So these are called the perfumer. The perfume bottles are like a consumable items. It's like a bomb, I believe. I don't know. I once again I never used the perfumer. So you can see that I'm just running. I'm just running about a sword that night. I'm just like, hell no, fuck that. And I just went in and I just got the chest. I'm just like, okay, if I'm gonna die with 45,000 souls, I'm gonna die with 45,000 souls. But 45,000 souls, I believe back then would still level me up once. And yeah, I managed to got out his grip, jump somewhere that's really high, jump back down to where I fought the flower, and then I ran all the way back to no, I didn't run all the way back. I used the fast travel to get back into the tunnel, reallocated my flask, and back in the shaded castle again. So when you are riding Turret doesn't get poisoned, and you don't get poisoned too. So I think that's the one really good bit that they added to make sure that it's not like bullshit that turret will somehow get poisoned or you somehow get poisoned riding turret. So I think that was good. So back to the Shaded Castle the third time. I do really like this castle, even though it has like poisons and everything. As a Dark Souls veteran, all these From Software games, I played it. Poison like this doesn't piss me off. It's annoying, yeah, but it's, you know, it's part of the design. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. And I faced a few caves before that have like poison swamp around. Only a few, only 2 or 3 if I remember correctly. But because these dungeons and caves, you finish them so quickly that it doesn't really make an impression, in a way. But this is almost the theme of this episode as well, where sometimes when I don't have any more flask, I have about 48,000 souls. I tend to just, I forgot to level up there. I tend to just or maybe I can't level up. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I tend to just run back. I'm in a disadvantage. I don't have any more flasks. Let's run back, go back to the site of grace and reset. It's better to use up all your ruins, all your runes. Doesn't matter how you want to use it. Buy consumable, buy items, buy smithing stone, or you level up. Just use it up instead of being lost. Because I think that's what happened when I would play like the very first Dark Souls. I remember like I was struggling with souls to level up my characters because I keep dying. So then I have to end up farming for a lot of souls. But in this game I feel like I don't need to farm that much. I farmed a little bit during the mid game. Very tiny little bit in Khalid. You can't double buff a weapon. That was just me messing up the buttons. So coming here, getting my souls back, 49 grand by the way. So it's getting up there to the upper echelon. I definitely can level up once from that amount of souls, or at least I hope. But the reason that I keep it alive is that I just don't want to lose it. I just don't want to lose it. So the perfumer can be a bit annoying, but as long as you keep your attack and you have bleed, they are very weak to bleed. A lot of enemies are very weak to bleed, to be honest. I won't be surprised if that's something that they're going to tweak a little bit later. Like the bleed effects, making it a little bit weaker, maybe. Or maybe the bleed effect, the amount of health it takes will be lower, or maybe it'll take enemies. Ooh, he almost killed me there. Or he takes the build up a little bit longer. So a little bit of a trade-off. So as you can see, like I almost died there, but one of the talisman that I put on is the one that will recover my health over time. So over like 1 or 2 seconds, it will heal up 4 HP every 1 or 2 seconds, or 1.5 seconds. And that is really good because sometimes in a messy situation, when you almost dead, it will push your health point up to like a certain level that you don't die from it, which is really good. It did save me a couple of times. I keep messing up my button. I keep thinking that shield, my finger seal, and my katana, and I just didn't push it further enough for my katana. So yeah, I was talking about portable gaming device, aren't I? I'm a big fan of that. I spoke about this, I think, in episode 12, maybe. I spoke about this before, like, you know, the Game Boy Color and stuff like that. Game Boy Color was the first of my device, and how you know, I reserved a Steam Deck that's not coming until later this year. But yeah, it'll be exciting to play this game and many of my Steam library games on the Steam Deck. That would be awesome. So the poison swamps keeps on giving. If you roll into the poison swamp, you'll get covered by the poison, and it even though if you're not on the poison lake, your poison meter is still gonna build up because your body is covered in poison. So over time, then the poison will drip down out of your body. So you need to be careful not to roll around in this. They started having this since Dark Souls 3. Because previously in Dark Souls 1 and 2, oh no, they added this in Dark Souls 2. Previously in Dark Souls 1, you can just roll around the poison swamp and you wouldn't get build up after you rolled out the swamp. But in this one, it's different. So this is mainly just checking out different places, approaching all the enemies carefully as much as possible anyway, because you don't want to use up all your flasks so quickly, because yeah, there's still a big place to explore. Drawstring fire grease again. Items that they give you could be a hint of what would be useful in this area. It's also lucky that I didn't go greedy and try to kill the basilisk, because otherwise I think I would have gotten Death Blight, instant kill. Not fun at all. So yeah, in the world of Elden Ring, you know, it'll be good to really push this series going forward, because I think pretty much all my remaining gameplay will be live commentary with live playing the game and commentary and all that stuff, all that jazz. Because I'm very close to finishing the game now at the time of recording the post commentary of this. It's been brilliant. All the new places that you guys still haven't seen yet is jaw dropping. I'm not even doing majority of the side quests as well. I managed to get a couple of the side quests done, important ones done. But yeah, it's just got a lot to offer. What can you say? If you want Poison Bloom, I don't think this area is the best for your poison arrows or whatnot. I don't really know how good poison is in this game. I did use poison arrows at the beginning of the game, pretty much at the beginning of the game, and I quickly dropped that off in favor of like bleed or just fire, or just use standard arrows. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The sight of beauty, the sight of grace. Beautiful thing. Every time you find a lost grace, it's just like, oh, it's a sign of relief. No, it really is great. It really is great. So yeah, 75, level 76, takes about 34,000 ruins. So yeah, so the 47,000 that previously have, definitely good that I didn't lose it, and definitely good to kind of tweak some of your gear sometimes to make sure that you always your gears is always up to the task for the area, for each area. And yeah, this is another opening that you could have used turret to jump in, but I didn't do that. I went the other way. I went the corner way. I'll probably went the furthest way, because I think this is where you're supposed to jump to at first, and then you have the Side of Grace, and then you proceed with the whole area. But I went to the back. I went to the back, and then it just like, yeah, stupid of me, but that's alright. That's alright. So I don't know if those are perfume bottles, because you can hear bell. I don't know if it's an attack or is it the perfume attack. I haven't unlocked it. I would like to unlock it because it sounds pretty damn good. Liar. So yeah, I also heard that the Dark Souls online piece. Oh wow, that got me quick. The Dark Souls multiplayer server, as of the recording of my post commentary, is still not back online yet, and it's been about like more than a few months. It's been offline. So hopefully, was it Bandai Namco who published this game? Hopefully the publisher and the developer can sort it out quickly, because having messages, having co-op, having PvP, that's your thing, is the core gameplay of Dark Souls and Elden Ring, of course. I'm surprised that they haven't finished that, because I thought Elden Ring would have helped. If player became a fan of Elden Ring, some of those new fans might decide to buy Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3 to try out the previous Souls game and see what it's like. So some people might actually do that, and it'll be disappointed for them to see that, oh, there's no online. Like the experience is different. Like I can't co-op with my friends. I can't see messages. It's a completely different experience, I would say, especially without the messages. It's completely different. You on your own. You feel a bit lonely and you feel a bit vulnerable for sure. But I do recommend that. I do recommend, like, even with the servers currently offline for Dark Souls on PC, still just make sure that if you have a chance, just do it. Just go get the game. So there's paintings scattered around, and you can see what they mean. So apparently these are like hints of where the secret is, but I don't know. I'll look at it. I'll sort this out when I finish the game. I don't need to fight everyone, so that's why I'm leaving some of the enemies down in that poison pit. You don't need to fight everyone, especially if you just think it's not going to be too beneficial. Like, these guys only give about 187 runes, and so it's not viable to kill them. It's not a good farming spot, because they only get about 100-200 runes, right? It's not that much. Going back to places that I've already been, but you never know like where you've been all the time. So going back up the ladder that I previously went up, and just basically crazily swing about my sword, so that was pretty cool. Now I got the items down here, but I just needed to roam around again, but this time to progress the game and not just exploring in a way. It is very satisfying though, when every time you chop these guys and then they explode, they bleed, they explode, just like, and then all their blood splattered around the wall and then the floor, and just, it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. And whenever they're sick, you can see that they're sick covered like majority of the floor. You know, those things disappeared over time, but it just, yeah, it's still very good. That one is invited to a backstab. Nice. You don't hit the wall as much now. Back in Dark Souls 1 and the PlayStation 3 Demon Soul, that was a problem. You tend to hit the wall a lot of the times. It's like, if I remember correctly, it's every time you swing, if it hits the wall, you will bounce your sword. In this one, sometimes it just go through and, you know, look at that. You can look at the wall. When I slash through the walls, it just goes through. That guy got me. Pretty sure that he got me, almost got me twice. So if we proceed back to the night, I already got the chest. I tried to sneak, but that didn't work. And also look at my hood as well. My hood was black. It was supposed to be a black hood, and then now it's filled with all kinds of blood. Look at that. It's excellent, man. And more importantly, it got into my arrow as well. You can see that my arrow quiver, the feathers of my arrow has also been stained with the blood. It's awesome, man. It's those little details that I really like about From Software's game. The world design, the map design, details like that, just blood splattering everywhere. And you started realizing that, look at that. I turned my characters around just like all just blood in their face. I remember they first did that in Bloodborne, where they're really well doing that in Bloodborne. Because obviously Bloodborne is all about beasts, it's all about blood. And having that all covering your characters, it's like, wow, bloody hell, that's cool. Nah, it's really good, it's really good. Enjoying this game as much as I am. Nothing took my fancy. And sometimes when you so into the fight, you can see back then the frame rate dropped a little bit, and it's also partly because of the Gato 4K Capture Pro Mark II. It's not perfect, but there's some latencies there, here and there. But when the frame rate drop, when you so into the boss, you just don't realize it. You know, it's definitely in a playable, very playable state. It's not like the frame rate will tank to 30 and 20 all the time, you know. Not like those PlayStation 3 games. And back then, I loved the PlayStation 3 era. It's an era where I properly start buying my own game, properly getting into gaming. PlayStation 2 as well. You know, that also started my started me playing video games a lot. But PlayStation 3 are the ones that that I started properly and using my own money to buy games as well. And that usually, like, the frame rate just tanks to about 20-30. But back then I didn't know anything about frame rate. I didn't know anything better. I never seen 60 frames per second, or never got used to 60 frames per second. Never got used to this and that. All I saw on the PlayStation 3 is how good a lot of the games looks. It was a fantastic era in my eyes. And then obviously PlayStation 4 kind of elevated that. And I think every generation since has been better. Like, I love the PlayStation 4 era of games. There's a lot of memorable games. But at the same time, PlayStation 5 also have games that already elevated what PlayStation 4 can do, and each generation of console is a evolution, right? So it should be better, and it is. in the case for the PlayStation. The quality of game is better. The style of game is also better. Now these rider guys is annoying. You can see that this poison swarm actually makes my movement a lot slower. So I can't run, I can't jump, I can only walk. Even if I roll, it'll be a fat roll. So with those homing spell as well, I was struggling because all I have is this little island. So I really need to like rein in on him in terms of attack. Had my opening and managed to get that guy quite easy at the end. But yeah, just like it's one of those things that is just like, okay, it's annoying now because the swamp limits my movement. It's not a big area. It's not a big area at all. But it's still annoyance that you can't just run through it. I guess that's actually the whole point, isn't it? So you can see that I've rolled a couple of times, and you can see all my armor and stuff like that are tainted with green, and that's because of the poison swamp, the poison water. So even if I get out the poison swamp, I still be poisoned. So we're almost to the second part of this shaded castle. It's not much there once you finish this kind of outskirt area of the castle. The inside is actually fairly simple. You eventually get a lift up to the tower and you fight the boss, and that's it. So all of the exploration is actually on the outskirts. So I see that there was 2 perfumer, so I'm just like, okay, let me maybe get the one out of the way first. Because I need to kill some of them. I want to see what's up. So I want to kill that one first because he's by himself. Again, the bleed effects is just so good. Grab whatever he had there. Perfume bottles. Yeah, I didn't bother with it. Back to the shaded castle. And instead of the swamp, I want to go up to the stairs, go up to the rubble and see what's up. There could be more items to grab, maybe key items. Maybe there'll be a door or ladder. Generic, just exploration stuff. And I drank the wrong flask, really. I drank the Wondrous Size Physics flask, but that's alright. You know, I see that, okay, there are now 2 enemy. I told you, those guys are really annoying. Not only they can teleport, they create poisons, and they are ultra aggressive. And I just wasn't ready for it. I just wasn't ready for these guys. And I'm in the corner and they're starting to do that crazy swipe attack. And once they do that swipe attack, mate, like, rest in peace. Like, honestly, like, this, you can dodge it, but it'll clip you. You can see how aggressive they are, and with that bullshit mage just running around causing like mist and sorcery and shit like that, I'll just keep drinking, and I'll just like that's not it. Like, I can't fight these guys. And that swipe attack is one of those bullshit attacks that I'm talking about, man. Because once it gets you to a stun lock, you can't get out. And oh, that's, yeah, beautiful shooting arrows, beautiful accuracy right there. Yeah, get closer, Lewis, get closer. Still miss. There you go. I try to kill the mage first, obviously, because they're bloody annoying, and then I can get the bugs later. It got itself to a corner, which really helps me in a way. Still bounced my sword a couple of times there, but yeah, it's just taking it back and just fighting one enemy at a time. I know for those guys I need to be like extremely aggressive. Don't let it attack first. I would have just gone for the dual sword. I don't know why I tried to. I tried to be a little bit too careful there with my shield. And because I think the past couple of times I wasn't very successful using the dual wield, that's why I switched it back to the shield. But the last 2 times wasn't successful because there was a third party trying to get involved. But either way, you know, I got it with the blood flame blade. Absolutely fantastic incarnation. Because not only it gives you a bleed status on the sword, but it also gives you a fire status. I'm pretty sure that's why I call it the blood flame blade. And when you put on the blood grease, the look of the sword is different when you apply to your sword. So that's pretty cool, kind of like little things about the game, little details about the game. It doesn't, definitely you put the blood grease on the blade, it doesn't have that fire effect. It just have like a bleed effects kind of thing. The color looks a little bit different and everything like that. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Tiny little detail. So yeah, so that's pretty much like you go up this ladder, you go on a courtyard, and then you eventually find a lift that you can go up to fight the boss. So not much left on this shaded castle. Again, the message saying be wary of right, so that's why I was managed to dodge that little stab attack. So these enemies are called the Page. They're just called Page. P-A-G-E, Page, that's it. You will get their armor if you... They will have a rare drop of the armor if you kill them enough, I guess. Look at this guy. Perfumer cookbook. Yeah, just looking over the castle wall there. It's nice. So yeah, just not long to go for this shaded castle. Drop back down to the lower ground. Hefty beast bone. Hefty beast bones is used for creating the great arrow. And this guy is just trying to show off, you know, try to show off his lightning blade. It's like Krillin in Dragon Ball Z with his destructo disc. It's literally like that. Destructo disc. Big fan of Dragon Ball Z. Nice. There you go. That was a short work. That was more of a careful approach to things, but that was alright. You know, you have to be careful with all these fights. You can't always just rush in and trying to do whatever. So this bit I almost died. This bit actually. So these Page have an explosive bolt, and they can do a lot of damage. Gold Firefly. So all these perfumer bottle, it uses FP to enter like to different things. So it's like buffing and also attacking. So I was just like, not really something that I need to use. But obviously, if you end up getting more cookbook, then you have different thing that you can use for it. These knights are annoying, and of course the dogs, my ultimate enemy, could never swing to kill the bloody thing. Luckily he wasn't in a hurry to jump down and kill me, so I was able to play with the dogs a little bit. The back is vulnerable, so backstab is always good. And always finish a backstab with an overhead slash. That combo often works really well. It staggers the enemy as they get back up as well, so why the hell not? So this is this is the courtyard, and that's it. There's a lift inside that tower. One thing I didn't do is to kind of look around and see which part of the castle I am. But once you get up the lift, you're pretty clear which part I was in. Shotcut ahead with the ladder. Kick the ladder. So now it links back to the side of grace. Lifts ahead for the boss fight. So I think there is a statue of Marika anyway in here. I think. Yeah, there is. Yeah, you can see the symbol. That's one thing that they do really well, is they, instead of a boss run, they will give you a stake of Marika so that you can just respawn there. You can't change your flask or your memory or whatnot, but so Enema of the Barbara. Yeah, I'm decking him really good, and not only that, but Natella is doing very good job against him. Look at him, she's just parrying her magic arrow. Back to you, back to me, that kind of thing. And look at that amazing dodge. Dodging side, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Got him staggered, and that's it. That was an easy boss. I don't think he's supposed to be that easy, but I think I'm a little bit maybe over level. My sword maybe in a good level to defeat him very quickly. Also got my summon as well. I have Latella distracting him, and I have two katanas that do very good damage. Just rain in on him, just chop, 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 chopped him away. So that's the sword that we got. We also got his gears as well. Pretty cool sword. Again, strength weapon, so I can't use it. Could this be a lover? She is certainly not a lover. So this is the Melania. The Master Sword Woman. All I can say is pain. But with that being said, outskirt of Lindale. I killed that dude, and that massive thing started to pop up. That scared the shit out of me. Didn't make me jump, but it just like I wasn't expecting it. Not a lot of things can make me jump actually. But yeah, it was definitely a good moment though. It was just like, oh, just a little dweeb crying in the corner, and you kill him, and it summoned this wolf-looking beast. He did a jump attack, I did a jump attack, but I missed like horribly. So there you go. Easy job, quick job. It's what we like. It's what we like. Another lava tier. So very good, very good. We enjoy that. We enjoy a bit of lava tier. So come across this statue, looking pretty cool, and then another Black Knife Assassin. So we fought a couple of these in the last episode. Is it the last episode? Yeah, I think so. So the Black Knife Assassin, not very good. I do a lot of damage, but then I started to get very complacent. I just want to finish the deal, so I wasn't looking at my stamina, and I got caught. I got grabbed by him, and that's it. You know, I should have easily killed him there and then, first try, but that's alright. So I decided to, you know, it's raining, I kill a sheep to kind of get the god besides me, sacrificing the god, being a Viking, sacrificing a goat, and all that stuff, sacrificing an animal. It's a power play, you know? Sacrificing. Oh, now we got the rain, we got the wind. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect aesthetic. I missed about 5 swings there, but, you know, that got him scared. Right? That got him scared. It has to get him scared. I don't know how I did so well in the first fight, and I'm just missing all my swing in this one. So the rain was short-lived. It's starting to become beautiful again. And the overhead attack, of course, that's always great to pull off. That was a grab attack where he just like fly forward to try to grab your neck and then try to like slit your throat. But yeah, no, I managed to stun him, and that's it. That's the pretty much the fight. Still, don't get complacent though, and after a few chops, the enemy have failed. So yeah, it's not hard. Got the black blade, the black knife, I should say, and very interesting weapon indeed. It's a dagger. If you don't know, now you know. It's a dagger. So black knife. It does critical of 110, so it's still not as good as the other dagger that I got very early on in the game, which does 150 critical. That's insane. But maybe this one had a higher like physical damage, that kind of thing. So maybe one day I'll do a dagger build, like a thief build. So short bow, daggers, 2-hand daggers, lightweight armor. Maybe one day. So opening up the statue is a cave. So this is one of the hero caves. So I think there is some sort of a leveling distinction. So this is the sainted hero graves. So we found a couple of these hero graves. I think there's one on each kind of region. So Limgrave have one, Liurnia have one. And then now this place, Alterus Plateau, always have one. So the Crimson Sea Talisman is a really good talisman. I didn't show too much on this dungeon, but one neat thing about this dungeon is that you see those shadow goblin. You can't fight it, or every single of your attack will just go through it. But they can connect with you. They can connect their attack against you. But going back to the Crimson Seed, that basically improved the potency of your flask. So yeah, it's a really good, handy talisman on pretty much almost all occasions. It's very good. So you need to get those shadow goblins, shadow figured into those lights, and then it will make him vulnerable to attack forever. So dropping to that trap, I have to drop down for the trap. You can see that you can't attack. Lure them into the lights, and then you can attack. So yeah, it's a neat feature in this cave, in this dungeon, that was different to the other ones. It's my first time seeing this, so pretty damn good. Another pretty damn good thing about this is another talisman that we're gonna get eventually. That is extremely good. The Dragon Crush Shield Talisman. Basically, this talisman will improve your damage negation by a lot. So you can see that it's improved my physical damage by 10, 23 to 33. So I'll put that on straight away. So throughout the rest of the game, I have that thing on. So in front of us is a big enemy, a warrior. So let's get to it. So yeah, so that's what those prattling peats is for. In the original Dark Souls, in Dark Souls 3, there's something that you drop on the floor, and then it will say hello or thank you or I'm sorry. But this one you actually talk through it. It's very neat. Same rule apply. Gave him to the lights. So this is the lights that we drop down from. So yeah, it was a bit of a chore to lure him all the way back here, but once he got shined by the light, he is permanently in this state, in attackable state. I don't think there's a time limit or anything like that, but yeah, so I killed him and I don't need a lever. I just need to kill him and the heavy door is open, and heavy door meaning there's going to be a boss. So yeah, boss time. So the ancient hero of Zimor. So we went against enemy like this before in one of the Evergora. I think back in episode 5, I reckon, is when we went against him. But with my dual wield katana, full aggression build, with my blood flame blade, no chance, easy. So yeah, so that was okay fun fight, I'll say. Easy fight with the level that I am in. So in the capital outskirt, this is literally the outskirt of Nendel, the royal capital. And I want to show you guys this bit because like it's just so different. Like we went through Artuas Plateau and it was beautiful and stuff like that. But this, as soon as you get in here, it's like, okay, still flowers and everything, but you can see where the explosion has happened, like all the mud. It's a battlefield. Like you can see, this is a battlefield, or has been a battlefield, and going to here, just like the feel, just so different. So that's why I'm just showing you guys this kind of aesthetic. Like this is what you get. You don't get the same tree and flowers and grass. But you get a lot of different look, a different design on each area that you go to that will tell you a little bit about the area. So, you know, there's an oak tree there, there's a minor oak tree there, of course I need to go there, but before, let's pop some Lost Grays and let's be absolutely decked by these skeletons, huh? I don't even know what that attack is. He just literally flew into the air and just started pooing at me. That's what he's done. He's farting at me. And his farts is too smelly that I got killed. So Century Torch, very important. There was a Black Knife Assassin in the last episode that was invisible. So this Century Torch is so important because when you have it on your left hand, you can see the invisible assassins. It becomes very useful later on in the game. That I have not discovered, and I discovered this painfully. So this is the oak tree. Unfortunately, this minor oak tree doesn't have another avatar. but instead it got this very crap enemy, beast of enemy. It can still hit me. It can still hit me hard, but it's no luxury, is it? It's got me pretty good, to be fair. So I can't say too much shit at him. You know, he got me a few times, but it's one of those things that I'm just like, you know, me not being careful. But once I got the upper hand with the overhead slash, that's it. The fight's over. He got stunned. So looking at this, I'm looking at the map, and then all of a sudden I saw that massive arrows just shooting by. I'm just like, oh Jesus. So not only there's one giant shooting massive arrows, there are two. So I needed to be careful. So going down to the kind of like a swamp river area, not much there really. I'm just wanting to show you guys the giant shooting massive arrows where I have to dodge it, and near the swamp there are a couple of caves, actually back-to-back caves, and these caves have not really that much of a change, but you get a really cool lift to go down to the caves. A really cool lift going down to the cave, and also takes a while to go down to the caves too. Right, here we go. So this is one of another hero graves, and yeah, there's not much about this one that was different to the others too much, and it's one of those dungeons, isn't it? Like, it's slightly different, but mostly the same. Or most of the enemies are very similar. So, beware your rights, indeed. Thank you messages again. Basilisk, the ultimate troll enemy. Because in Dark Souls 1, if you get killed by curse, it's pain. If you get killed by curse in the first Dark Soul, it's devastating, because your health is permanently halved until you get something to lift the curse. That's why I think like new player would definitely struggle with Dark Souls 1. So my earlier nemesis, the Rolling Blade, has returned. And pretty much you guys get the gist. You know, those rolling blade traps will go up and down, up and down, up and down. And unfortunately I was just a little bit too greedy to try to grab that item. I don't know why I did that. But you guys get the gist. You know, the trap, the rolling thing, going up and down. So towards the end, this is the last one that I needed to dodge. I don't know what those lights are for. I think those lights are what they got spawned in. So this hero grave is a bit of a bullshit, because there's a stake of Marika here, and the boss gate literally just right in front, and there are so many skeletons here. So usually in the boss room, or the fight before the boss, it's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet. You can do your gear, you can try to summon people, but on this one you have to kill those skeletons first, and sometimes you just forget, because majority of the boss room, the room before the boss, is so clean and quiet. Sometimes you just forget. So a little bit of annoyance, but it is what it is. Going to fight the boss. If only I had friends. Be wary of pair, therefore try friends. So a lot of people are saying, oh, try co-op, try co-op. I gone in, I'm just like, oh, holy shit. Maybe I should have tried co-op. So we have 2 Crucible Knights. So I tried to call Nutella, but she got killed pretty quickly, and you can see her magic doesn't really do that much damage. And because she can't move, and yeah, so basically it's really bad to... It's a really bad fight for Nutella to come in. I still haven't beaten these two yet. A little bit of a spoiler warning, I guess. These guys are just too good. Look at them, they just keep smacking me, man. So as always, you try again, you try again, you try again, and somehow I can't call anyone. I don't know why. I think because I was trying to summon. I had the flailing calling finger thing. So I was trying to call for summon sign, so that's why I can't use my own summon. So I got caught off guard there. And yeah, it was just not... It just didn't work. It just didn't work. I managed to get one of them to almost half health. I mean, that's still pretty impressive. So this one I'm trying to call my wolves a little bit more close range. And still, I'm just trying to make one of them to distract themselves, you know. I'm trying to make one of them distract themselves, and then I can rain in on the other one. It didn't work. It didn't work. The wolves are just not strong enough, and I can't kill one of the boss quick enough to make that strategy work. So unfortunately, like by the time that all my wolves are gone, I still have two of them, and yeah, one of them still got about 75% of the health left, I would say. So very challenging fight, and definitely not something that I have the patience to get good at, because it's 2 against 1. It's just bullshit. It's not even like Ornstein and Smaug. Like Ornstein and Smaug in the first Dark Souls. At least one of them are quick and one of them are heavy but do devastating attack. These two are literally the same kind, just with different weapons. One of them a little bit chill, I guess, but yeah, it's not it. It's not it. I didn't like it. I'm using Black Flame to kind of get rid of them as fast as possible. The spear guy, I think it'll be fine. I think it's the sword guy, the sword and shield. It's the shield that is very annoying. But you can see that the Black Flame is actually doing a really good job against one of the Crucible Knights. So if only I have more flask and probably have more. Yeah, if I have more flask, I think I'll be okay, and just continue to roll back, and use the Black Flame. So after that, I'll just like, you know what, I give up. I give up for now. Let's just continue to explore. And very close to it, there is another catacomb, was a tomb. So another dungeon. It's literally right next to it, in a way. The boss gate right in front of me, but you know, same thing. I need to open the gate. You know, push the lever, turn on the gate, or pull the lever, turn on the gate, and all that stuff. So, not very happy that I need to kill those little pods, but one of them blow up. So I guess if they attack me, I attack them. I did attack first, but yeah, you know, we're not gonna go for that. So this one is pretty cool as well, but I didn't really keep too much of the footage there. It has different layers. So you start getting really confusing about the different level of the dungeon. It's really cool, but I mean, at the end of the day, I managed to figure it out and got to the lever, pull that, and yeah. But yeah, this one is definitely very cool. I spent about 10 minutes running around and figuring out the levels and kind of getting confused about the level as well. So. And there are many of those chests to kind of like teleport you different level of the dungeon. So yeah, I mean, very cool overall. But we opened up the boss gate, so we know what we needed to do. defeat the boss, of course. So yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the episode here, guys. Episode 14 still got a lot to offer in Elden Ring. Still haven't got into Lendale yet. This is crazy thing about it. So we literally in the outskirts, and in the next episode we are fighting my nemesis and getting into Lendale, the royal capital. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Click the like button, put a smile on my face. Subscribe to my channel for more things Elden Ring and any of the games I play. Stay safe out there, keep calm, and video game. Enjoy this boss fight. Peace!